Hello, my name is John, and today we'll be reading Multiculturalism, Trump's Protecting Women from Rape by Dennis Prager on DennisPrager.com, posted January 12, 2016. Dennis Prager is a great hero, not only in America but worldwide, promoting traditional values and ethical belief in God as the center of culture. And for that reason, he is opposed to secularism and multiculturalism because it denies God and denies traditional values and morality. Since the scores of New Year's Eve sexual attacks on German women by hundreds of men identified as Arab or North African, the left in Germany has faced a dilemma: which to fight for first, women's human rights or multiculturalism. This was the same dilemma that faced British authorities between 1997 and 2013. During those 6 years, at least 1,400 girls from the age of 11 in just one English city, Rotherham, population of 275,000, were raped by gangs of men, nearly all of whom were immigrants, mostly from Pakistan, or their sons. But British authorities kept silent. Why? In 2014, the reason finally was revealed. The perpetrators were Muslim, and British authorities were therefore afraid to publicize or often even investigate the crimes. They feared being branded Islamophobic and racist. Politicians on the left and right acknowledged this fact. As I wrote in a column in 2014, in 2002, a Labour Party MP from nearby Calais, Anne Cryer, complained to the police about young Asian lads raping girls in her constituency. In her words, she was shunned by elements of her party. And note that, as is demanded by the left in the UK, she didn't even mention that the rapists were Pakistani, lest Muslims be blamed for this evil. They were Asian lads. The British Home Secretary, Theresa May, told Parliament that institutionalized political correctness was responsible for the lack of attention given to the mass rape. In other words, between protecting over 1,000 girls from repeated gang rape and protecting Muslims from being identified as the rapists, British authorities chose to protect multiculturalism and diversity. In the competition between multiculturalism and one of the most elementary instincts and obligations of higher civilization, the protection of girls and women from sexual violence, higher civilization lost. The UK is of course not alone in having multiculturalism and the fear of being branded racist or Islamophobic take precedence over protecting girls and women. Some German authorities' reaction to the events of New Year's Eve in Cologne exemplified this. After the attacks in Cologne, the mayor of Cologne suggested, in the words of the New York Times, that women can protect themselves from men on the streets by keeping them more than an arm's length away. In the mayor's words, it is always possible to keep a certain distance that is longer than an arm's length. Aside from the moral foolishness of the comment, it is factually incorrect. It is often impossible to keep an arm's length distance from others, as for example on crowded bus or train, or as in Cologne on New Year's Eve on crowded streets. It is important to note two things about the mayor. One is that she has been among Germany's most vociferous advocates of accepting 800,000 Syrian refugees into Germany. The other is that she is a woman. One would assume that a woman would instinctively wholly condemn the sexual predators rather than lecture women on the distance they should always keep from men in order to avoid being attacked. But the mayor, like the British authorities, has opted for multiculturalism over human and women's rights, for fighting Islamophobia over fighting to protect women. A related example is Ralph Jaeger, the Interior Minister of North Rhine-Westphalia state, the German state in which Cologne is located. The left-wing minister said, "What happens on the right-wing platforms and in chat rooms is at least as awful as the acts of those assaulting the women." All the isms of the left, multiculturalism, feminism, environmentalism, socialism, Marxism, egalitarianism, distort the individual's and society's moral compass, but as the minister comments makes clear, none do so more than the left's loathing of conservatives and conservative values. As with multiculturalism, a left-wing priority, in this case destroying the right, has distorted the left's moral compass. How could anyone in his right mind write that? Right-wing platforms and chat rooms are at least as awful as women being sexually attacked and even raped by gangs of men. The answer is that you cannot be in your right mind. You have to be in your left mind. I was kidnapped, tortured, and gang raped by 3 refugees for 17 hours before I escaped while they slept. The police said the assault was my fault and the judge sentenced them all to probation. This took place last year when I was 14. This video is a production of the School of the White Crane. My name is John Brooker, and you could reach me through commentary on this video or through my Gmail listed here. Please share this video with friends and family and on social media. May God richly bless you.